And good evening. It is Friday, December 16th, 2022, just after 9 p.m. Eastern. And we are here for our finale of Star Trek Radio Theater Season 3. We are doing our 51st episode overall. And tonight, it's a very special one, Star Trek V, The Final Frontier, a movie from 1989, written by William Shatner and Harve Bennett and David Loughery. Anyway, and screenplay by him as well. And we are going to be doing the script read with perhaps some different takes on these characters. We'll see what we all come out with tonight. And we'll introduce the whole cast at the end. But we hope you will like to hear our live reading. This will eventually get turned into an edited version down the road. And we got the most of the Live Long and podcast community here, either in person or in a pre-recorded role. So we hope you'll enjoy the show. Okay, and we'll come off screen while we get started here. All right. And cue the music.
We focus on Nimbus 3 in the neutral zone. We pan across a desert. A bald man in tattered clothing is drilling into the sand. Out of a dust storm, a horseman approaches. The man sees the horseman and grabs his gun. The horseman dismounts and addresses the man.
I thought weapons were forbidden on this planet. Besides, I can't believe you'd kill me for a field of empty holes.
It's all I have.
The stranger gets close to the man and he falls to the ground, sobbing.
Your pain runs deep.
What do you know of my pain?
Let us explore it together. Each man hides.
You're distorting bad.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Shite. We did sound checks for this. All right. Well, let me see what happens.
Refresh.
Start over.
The tap.
Sorry, guys. I had to stop him there.
Yeah.
Well,
That's okay.
Swallowed too much pain, Davin.
Okay, well, timeout. Restart. Better now than he's got a lot of lines in this episode, and so we need to make sure we have Davin in his Cybok role. Okay, where is he? Davin?
Back.
Okay, just to say some lines.
Figaro.
It sounds fine. It sounded fine up until we started, and then all of a sudden it's like
like we were underwater, right? Being electrocuted at the same time.
Cybok was taken over by the Borg.
It's the lower register was just too much for the mic to pick up. Mike is exactly right.
Okay. All right. Let's.
Would you like me to sing the entire score of the HMS Pinafore?
I would.
Yes, please.
A British star is a mighty
soaring soul as free as a mountain bird.
Okay. Let's start.
Am I still sounding good?
Yeah, you're still good. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Until you start to do your lines.
Okay. All right. From the top, guys, just so we can.
From the top?
Sure.
Yeah.
The tippities.
Yeah.
We focus on Nimbus 3 in the neutral zone. We pan across a desert. A bald man in tattered clothing is drilling into the sand. Out of a dust storm, a horseman approaches. The man sees the horseman and grabs his gun. The horseman dismounts and addresses the man.
I thought weapons were forbidden on this planet. Stop.
Nope.
I can't believe
Still doing it.
Still doing it.
How is it that you
Okay.
were just talking perfectly fine?
It doesn't make any sense.
It's when I know what it is. Then it's just when I bring up my script to read the script.
Wow.
Huh. Well,
Are you
Okay.
reading it
Use
in
your
Word or
phone?
PDF?
Like a word.
Oh yeah, I bet you.
I'll make it a.
Oh, that's exactly what it is.
Oh, I didn't think
PDF.
that would matter.
Davin, I can't believe you didn't memorize your
Oh.
script.
You're not off
Word's
book.
gonna, like,
Davin.
I memorized
Look
that
at
first
it.
line now that I've said it twice.
Davin, you got to be off book by the time we Yeah.
That's how you roll, man.
Is there a PDF? Did you send a PDF?
Yeah, there was a PDF and a Word file.
Okay, let me go find a PDF. This one must be this one then. Yeah, okay, there it is.
All right, that's fine. This will give me time
Word-
to like tweet out the link, let people know.
Word strikes again. It's such a resource hog. It's crazy.
Oh, it's so hungry.
Really? It's
It
just
wants all the
words.
nummies.
Yeah.
Okay,
Just
let's try it
words.
again. Sorry.
That clippy.
Yeah.
Okay.
90s computer could do
Like,
that. I don't
No,
know.
okay. Bring up your script and start reading lines.
Please, yeah.
I'm
test
talking now
that.
with looking at my script. I'm looking at the script and I'm
That will work. Okay.
Perfection.
Is it still bad?
Well,
No,
Oh, we're good.
we're good. Okay.
we're gonna get tricked again. It's gonna happen.
The gremlins have fallen from Haldar.
Okay. I actually just take it from the man sees the horseman and grabs his gun.
The man sees the horseman and grabs his gun. The horseman dismounts and addresses the man.
I thought weapons were forbidden on this planet. Besides, I can't believe you'd kill me for a field of empty holes.
It's all I have.
The stranger gets close to the man and he falls to the ground, sobbing.
Your pain runs deep.
What do you know of my pain?
Let us explore it together. Each man hides a secret pain. It must be exposed and reckoned with. It must be dragged from the darkness and forced into the light. Share your pain. Share your pain with me and gain strength from the sharing.
The bald man cries into the stranger's robes.
Where did you get this power?
Power was within you.
It's as if a weight has been lifted from my heart. How can I repay you for this miracle?
On my quest,
What is it you seek?
what you seek, what all men have sought since time began, the ultimate knowledge. To find it, we'll need a starship.
A starship? There are no starships on Nimbus 3.
Perhaps I have a way to bring one here.
But how?
The stranger removes his hood and shows off his pointed ears.
Have faith, my friend. There are more of us than you know.
You're a Vulcan.
Yosemite National Park, planet Earth. Stardate 8454.1. Kirk is free climbing El Capitan. We focus on a Yosemite campsite. Bones is dressed in a Canadian tuxedo with a bandana tied around his neck. He's watching Kirk ascend to the mountain through fancy binoculars.
Oh, pickle juice! You'll have a great time, Bones. You'll enjoy your shore leave. You'll be able to relax. You call this relaxing? I'm a nervous wreck. If I'm not careful, I'll end up talking to myself.
We focus on El Capitan. Spock, who is wearing levitation boots, appears alongside Kirk.
Greetings, Captain.
Spock, what are you doing in this neck of the woods?
I have been monitoring your progress.
I'm flattered. 1,200 points of interest in Yosemite, you picked me?
I regret to inform you that the record for free climbing El Capitan is in no danger of being broken.
I'm not trying to break any records. I'm doing this because I enjoy it. Not to mention the most important reason for climbing a mountain.
And that is?
Because it's there.
Captain, I do not think you realize the gravity of your situation.
Kirk reaches for a handhold and slips a little. He looks down and sees how far he is from the ground.
On the contrary, gravity is foremost on my mind. Look, I'm trying to make an ascent here. Why don't you go pester Dr. McCoy for a while?
I believe that Dr. McCoy is not in the best of moods.
Oh, biscuits and gravy! Goddamn irresponsible, playing games with life!
Concentration is vital. You must be one with the rock.
Spock, I appreciate your concern, but if you don't stop distracting me, I'm liable to be one with the...
Kirk slips and plunges towards Earth. Spock, using his levitation boots, flips around and heads after him, catching him inches from the ground. Spock chastises Kirk while he is still holding him, dangling inches from the ground.
Perhaps because it's there is not a sufficient reason for climbing a mountain.
I'm hardly in a position to disagree.
McCoy comes running up.
Hi, Bones. Mind we drop in for dinner?
We focus on Paradise City, Nimbus 3. A hooded rider approaches the city. We focus on the Paradise City saloon. A three-breasted cat creature is dancing on the bar. The stranger in the hooded cloak enters. The saloon is full of unsavory-looking individuals. A group plays water pool in the corner. A fight breaks out, but this doesn't faze the stranger, who heads to a back room. A TV that no one is paying attention to plays an ad in the background. Your dream can become a reality. The Paradise Inn. We at the Paradise Inn attempt to create the closest thing to paradise in paradise. City, that is. Ha ha ha. The stranger enters the back room. Seated at the table in the room is a human man and a Klingon man. The stranger removes her hood.
Gentlemen, I'm Caitlin Dar.
Ah, yes, our new Romulan representative. Welcome to Paradise City, my dear, capital of the so-called planet of galactic peace. I'm St. John Talbot, the Federation representative here on Nimbus 3, and my charming companion here is the Klingon consul, Korrd.
I expect that's Klingon for hello.
Won't you come in, my dear?
We focus on the desert outside Paradise City. The horseman and his followers approach the city. We focus on the Paradise City saloon back room. Talbot, Korrd, and Catelyn are seated around the table.
20 years ago, our three governments agreed to develop this planet together. A new age was born.
Our new age died a quick death, and the settlers we conned into coming here, they were the dregs of the galaxy. They immediately took to fighting amongst themselves. We forbade them weapons, but they soon began to fashion their own.
Well, then it appears I've arrived just in time.
A klaxon sounds and the three of them rush into the city as the horseman and his followers storm the city. We focus on the Paradise City saloon back room. Talbot, Korrd, and Catelyn rush back into the saloon. Catelyn and Talbot rush to a table and push a few buttons. Korrd heads to the bar and pours himself a drink. A monitor rises from the table. Talbot and Catelyn are at. The horseman and his followers are close behind and enter the saloon.
Get away from that transmitter!
Several men grab Korrd, who doesn't put up much of a fight. What kind of Klingon is this?
England, Terran, Klingon, consider yourselves my prisoners.
Prisoners! We're already prisoners here on this worthless lump of rock. What possible value could we be to you?
Nimbus 3 may be a worthless lump of rock, but it does have one unique treasure. It's the only place in the entire galaxy that has the three of you.
I don't know who you are or what you want, but I can tell you this. Our governments will stop at nothing to ensure our safety.
It's exactly what I'm counting on.
We focus on the space dock.
USS Enterprise, shakedown cruise report. I think the new ship was put together by monkeys. Oh, she's got a fine engine, but half the doors won't open. And guess whose job is to make it right?
We focus on the Enterprise A bridge. Scotty is on his back under a console. Uhura enters.
Bogus frat. Let's see what she got, says the captain. And then we find out, didn't we?
I know you'll whip her into shape, Scotty. You always do.
Uhura, I thought you were on leave.
And I thought we were supposed to be going together.
Oh, I can't leave her when she needs me the most.
I had a feeling you'd say something like that. So I brought us dinner.
Oh, lassie, you're the most understanding woman I know.
Red alert! Red alert!
Ah! I just fixed the damn thing. Turn it off, will ya?
Red alert! Red alert! This is a red alert. Enterprise, acknowledge. This is Enterprise. Identify yourself. Enterprise, this is Starfleet. We have a Priority 7 situation in the neutral zone. Stand by, Starfleet. Scotty, this is for real.
They can't be serious. The ship's in pieces, and we got less than a skeleton crew aboard.
Starfleet, are you aware of our current status? Current status understood. Stand by to copy operational orders and recall key personnel.
We focus on Earth, a forest somewhere. Chekov and Sulu are hiking.
Admit it, we're lost.
All right, we're lost, but we're making good time.
Commander Sulu, come in, please.
I don't believe this. Commander Zulu here.
Bad news, gentlemen. Shore leave has been canceled.
Rescued at last.
Return to the prearranged coordinates for pickup.
You can't tell them we're lost. We'd never live it down.
Is there a problem, gentlemen?
Yes. We've been caught in in a blizzard.
Shh, shh. And we can't see a thing. Shh, shh. Request you direct us to the coordinates.
My visual says sunny skies and 70 degrees.
Shh, shh. Sulu, look! The sun's come out! It's a miracle!
Don't worry, fellas. Your secret's safe with me. I'll send the shuttlecraft to pick you up.
I owe you one.
We focus on a Yosemite campsite. McCoy uses a triangle to loudly call Kirk and Spock to dinner, despite the fact that they are sitting right beside him.
Oh, come and get it! Come and get it with me here! The dinner's ready!
Bones, knock it off. We're right here, and we're starving.
Bipodal seeds, Doctor?
Beans, Spock! But no ordinary beans! These are from an old southern recipe handed down to me by my father. And if you stick your Vulcan nose up at these, you're not only insulting me, but generations of McCoys!
In that case, I have little choice but to sample your beans. Surprisingly good. It does have a flavoring I am not familiar with.
Ah, that's the secret ingredient!
Got any more of that secret ingredient, Bones?
McCoy pulls out a Mickey from his back pocket and hands it to Kirk.
Be my guest, Captain!
Thank you.
Am I to understand that your secret ingredient is alcohol?
Whiskey! Tennessee whiskey, Spock! Care for a little snort?
Bourbon and beans. An explosive combination. Do you think Spock can handle it?
Oh, are you kidding? With that Vulcan metabolism, he could eat a bowl of termites and it wouldn't bother him.
As you are so fond of pointing out, Doctor, I am half human.
Well, it certainly doesn't show.
Thank you.
How do you like it? This guy never changes. I insult him, and he takes it as a compliment. You know, you two could drive a man to drink.
Me? What did I do?
What did you do? Oh, pickle juice. You really piss me off, Jim. Human life is far too precious to risk on crazy stunts. Maybe it didn't cross that macho mind of yours, but that you should have been killed when you fell off that mountain.
It crossed my mind.
And
even as I fell, I knew I wouldn't die.
I thought he was the only one who's immortal.
It isn't that, Bones. I knew I wouldn't die because the two of you were with me.
I do not understand.
I have always known I'll die alone.
Well, I'll call Valhalla and reserve a room for you. It's a mystery what draws us together. All that time in space, getting on each other's nerves. And what do we do when we get short leave coming along? We spend it together. Other people have families.
Other people, Bones. Not us.
Spock pulls out some sort of device. A fluffy white object is emerging from the end of it.
What are you doing?
I am preparing to toast a marshmallow.
Spock pulls a very long marshmallow out of his device.
Well, I'll be damned. A marshmallow. Where did you learn to do that?
Doctor, before leaving the ship, I consulted the computer library to familiarize myself with the customs associated with camping out.
Tell me, Spock, what do we after we toast the marshmallows?
We consume them. Captain.
I know we consume them. I mean after that.
I believe we are required to engage in a ritual known as a sing-along.
I haven't sung around a campfire since I was a boy in Iowa. Wait a minute. Bones, what are we going to sing?
Oh, biscuits and gravy. How about Camptown Races?
Pack your troubles?
Are we leaving, Captain?
It's a song title, Spock.
Ah,
Moon over Rigel 7.
Row, row, row your boat.
Row, row, row your boat. I love row, row, row your row. Do you row, row, row your boat, Spock?
that song did not come up in my research, Captain.
The lyrics are very simple. It's row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. The doctor and I will start it off, and then we give you the signal. You jump in. Doctor, if you please.
McCoy takes a big swig of the bourbon.
Oh, Peaches, didn't say I didn't warn you. Okay. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 merrily,
row your boat
merrily, I've
gently
seen.
down the stream. Merrily,
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 merrily, merrily.
Come on, Spock. Why didn't you jump in?
I was trying to comprehend the meaning of the words.
Oh, Peaches, it's a song, you green-blooded Vulcan. You sing it. The words aren't important. What's important is that you have a good time singing it.
Oh, I'm sorry, Doctor. Were we having a good time?
God, I liked him better before he died.
All right. Let's call it a night.
He just keeps after it.
Let's go to bed and just let's get some sleep.
The three are still around the campfire, but are now laying down in sleeping bags.
Captain?
Spock, we're on leave. Call me Jim.
Jim?
Yes, Spock.
Life is not a dream.
Go to sleep, Spock.
Yes, Captain.
Good night, Bones.
Good night, Jim.
Good night, Spock.
Good night, Doctor.
Good night, Spock.
Good night, Jim.
We focus on space. An old satellite can be seen drifting around. A Klingon bird of prey decloaks. We focus on the bird of prey bridge. A badass punk rock Klingon enters. He's got wild hair and is wearing the usual armored vest, but has no shirt under it, creating a deep V reminiscent of Khan.
Captain Claw, we have the target in sight. A probe of ancient origin.
Difficult to hit?
Most difficult.
Good. All weapons at my control. Scope!
The bird of prey fires at the satellite. The satellite is sent spinning by the first shot and is destroyed by the second.
Shooting space garbage is no test of a warrior's mettle. I need a target that fights back.
Captain, new data. Hostages on Nimbus 3.
More information is received on the view screen.
One of the hostages is a Klingon,
And the others?
a Terran, and a Romulan.
That means the Federation will be sending a rescue ship of its own. Plot course for Nimbus 3. I've always wanted to engage a Federation ship.
We focus on the Yosemite campsite. The noise and downdraft from a hovering shuttlecraft wake the campers. McCoy is his usual charming self.
Get that damn light out of my face!
The shuttlecraft lands and Uhura emerges.
Mr. Scott apologizes for having to send the shuttlecraft. The transporter beam is non-operational. Captain, we've received important orders from Starfleet Command.
Why didn't you beep my communicator?
You forgot to take it with you.
Oh, I wonder why I did that. Well, gentlemen, it appears shore leave has been canceled. Pack out your trash.
We focus on the Galileo. The men eye the new Enterprise as they make their approach. Thankfully, this isn't 4 minutes and 44 seconds of flyby ship porn this time.
All I ask is a tall ship and a star to steer her by.
Melville!
John Masefield.
Are you sure about that?
I am well versed in the classics, Doctor.
Then how come you didn't know row your boat?
We focus on the Enterprise shuttle bay. Scotty is watching their approach from a monitor.
Ready for landing maneuver. Enterprise, you have control.
You're doing just fine. Ah. All I could say is they don't make them like they used to.
You told me you could have this ship operational in 2 weeks. I gave you 3. What happened?
I think you gave me too much time, Captain.
Very well, Mr. Scott. Carry on.
Right, sir. Right, sir. How many times do I need to tell you? The right tool for the right job.
I don't think I've ever seen him happier.
We focus on the Enterprise turbo lift.
Level.
Bridge? I hope. I could use a shower.
Yes, you could.
We focus on the Enterprise bridge. The turbolift doors fail to open properly.
Doesn't anything work on this ship?
Starfleet's got some nerve sending us out in this condition with this handful of people.
Captain on the bridge.
Captain, Starfleet transmission online.
Can we have a little quiet, please?
Oh, used a line there.
Captain, maybe you want to put it on the view screen.
Oh, my bad. Put it on the view screen, please. Will you please? Can we have a little quiet, please? Can you clear that up? Can we have a little quiet? Bob?
Jim? Well, we're dressed informally, aren't we?
You caught me on my way to the shower.
I apologize for canceling shore leave, but look, we have a dangerous situation out on Nimbus 3.
On the planet of galactic peace?
The same. From what we can make out, a terrorist force has captured the only settlement, and they've taken hostages. The Klingon, the Romulan, and the Federation consuls. Now, I know the Enterprise is not exactly up to specs.
With all due respect, the Enterprise is a disaster? We're a Federation, an entire fleet of starships. There must be other ships in the quadrant.
Other ships? Yes, but no experienced commanders. Captain, I need Jim Kirk. Your orders are to proceed to Nimbus 3, assess the situation, and avoid confrontation if possible. Above all, however, get all those hostages back safely.
Have the Klingons responded?
No, but you can bet they will.
Understood. Kirk out. Plot a course to Nimbus 3. Mr. Sulu.
Aye, sir. Course plotted.
I'm afraid the ship's problems will have to be solved en route. Since we're undermanned, I'm counting on each and every one of you to give his best. End of speech. Let's go to work.
Jim, if you ask me, and you haven't, I think this is a terrible idea. We're bound to bump into the Klingons, and they don't exactly like you.
The feeling's mutual, engine room.
I think someone called me Scotty here.
You need all the power you can... We'll need all the power you can muster, mister.
Don't you worry, Captain. We'll beat those Klingon devils, even if I have to get out and push.
I hope it won't come to that, Mr. Scott. All possible speed, Mr. Sulu.
Aye, sir.
Kirk sits down in the captain's chair, fiddles with it a bit, and makes a face.
What's the matter, Jim?
I miss my old chair.
We focus on the Bird of Prey bridge.
Oh, the Starship Enterprise has been dispatched to Nimbus 3.
Enterprise? That's Kirk's ship. If I could defeat Kirk.
You would be the greatest warrior in the galaxy.
Maximum speed! Kapla!
We focus on the Enterprise bridge. Kirk is attempting to use a new electronic logbook.
Captain's log. Star date 8450. Captain's log. Star date 84.
The logbook powers itself down. Kirk gives up, closes it, and then it responds.
Good morning, Captain.
That's... Forget it.
Kirk hands the logbook to the Yowman.
Captain, we are receiving the hostage information you requested.
Put it on screen.
This is an authorized transmission from Starfleet Galactic Memory Bank.
Not General Korrd?
The same. He's apparently fallen out of favor with the Klingon High Command.
General Korrd's military strategies have required learning when I was a cadet at the Academy. When they put me up to pasture, I fare better than Korrd. I hope I fare better than Korrd.
Ah, this must be the hostage tape.
A short time ago, we willingly surrendered ourselves to the forces of the Galactic Army of Light. At this moment, we are in their protective custody. Their leader assures us that we will be treated humanely as long as we cooperate with his demands. I believe in his sincerity. He requests that you send a Federation starship to parley for our release at once. Be assured we are in good health and would appreciate your immediate response.
I deeply regret this desperate act, but these are desperate times. I have no desire to harm these innocents, But do not put me to the test. I implore you. I implore you to respond immediately.
Spock puts a close-up of the stranger's face on his view screen.
What is it? You look like you've just seen a ghost.
Perhaps I have, Captain. Perhaps I have.
We focus on the Enterprise forward observation room. Spock is standing there in the dark. Kirk and McCoy enter.
Spock! What is it? Do you know this Vulcan?
I cannot be certain, Captain.
But he does seem familiar.
He reminds me of someone I knew in my youth.
Why, Spock? I didn't know you had one.
I do not often think of the past.
Who is it he reminds you of?
There was a young student, exceptionally gifted, possessing great intelligence. It was assumed that one day he would take his place amongst the great scholars of Vulcan, but he was a revolutionary.
What do you mean?
The knowledge experience he sought were forbidden by Vulcan belief.
Forbidden?
Yes, he rejected his logical upbringing and embraced the animal passions of our ancestors.
Why?
He believed that key to self-knowledge was emotion, not logic.
Imagine that! A passionate Vulcan!
When he encouraged others to follow him, he was banished from Vulcan, never to return.
Fascinating.
Captain to the bridge.
On my way. Spock.
Coming, Captain.
We focus on the Enterprise bridge.
Approaching the mystery.
Hailing frequencies open.
Standard orbit. Mr. Sulu?
Captain, we're receiving a transmission from Paradise City. They are demanding to know our intentions.
Respond with static. Let them think we're having difficulty. I wouldn't be far from the truth.
Paradise City, can you boost your power? We are barely receiving transmission.
Transporter room. Status.
Scotty here. Captain, transport is still inoperable. Even if we could lock on to the hostages, we could not beam them up.
We'll have to get them out the old-fashioned way.
Klingon vessel now entering the quadrant. Bird of prey, estimating 1.9 hours until her weapons come to bear.
Damn. Let's go.
We focus on the Galileo. The away team is gearing up while Spock, McCoy, and Kirk huddle around a monitor.
Their scanning equipment is primitive but effective. I recommend we land at coordinates 8563.
It puts us pretty far away from Paradise City.
To land any closer would be to risk detection.
Mr. Sulu, execute.
Aye, sir.
We focus on the Paradise City saloon back room.
Paradise City. This is the Starship Enterprise.
Federation starship.
This is Captain Pavel Chekov. You are in violation of Neutral Zone Treaty. I advise you to release your hostages at once or suffer the consequences.
The threats amuse me, Captain Chekov. What consequences did you have in mind?
The Galileo lands and the away team disembarks.
Even as we speak, a Klingon warship is on its way. We estimate arrival within the hour.
I imagine the Klingons will be quite angry.
You are a master of understatement. They're likely to destroy the planet.
And it's fortunate I have you and your starship to protect me. In the meantime, Captain Chekov, I instruct you and your first officer to beam down to my coordinates.
We will be happy to beam down, but first, we must have certain assurances.
We focus on Nimbus 3, desert. Spock and Kirk check out the city through binoculars.
At foot speed, I estimate the journey to Paradise City to be 1.2 hours.
The grass is green and the girls are pretty, but we don't have 1.2 hours, Spock.
Kirk spots a line of tethered horses.
Wait a minute. Perfect.
He sees the men milling about around the horses.
But we'll have to get their attention.
A man getting a drink of water hears a song. He looks up to see Uhura on a hilltop with 2 moons behind her. She is singing while performing an exotic dance with giant feathers.
What's that? Is she naked? Is she naked? Is she naked?
As the men get closer, 2 officers pop up from behind the hilltop and pull phasers on them.
Hello, boys. I've always wanted to play to a captive audience.
Oh, damn.
Kirk and the rest of the away team thunder across the desert on the horses they stole. They've covered their uniforms in the robes of the men that were guarding the horses.
Spock,
Yes, Captain.
be one with the horses.
Yes, Captain.
We focus on Paradise City Gate. The away team approaches.
Open the gate. It's our lookout party.
Federation soldiers are right behind us. Close the gate.
We focus on Paradise City streets. Several officers jump off their horses and run into the streets.
Where are they going?
Spock,
Hold your horse, Captain. I am scanning. The hostages are being held in that structure.
Galileo, this is strike team. Start your run.
The guards on the wall are starting to get suspicious. They point a spotlight at the crew and ready weapons.
Phasers on stun. Get rid of the mounts. Sulu, take out that light.
A guard fires on Sulu, who rolls off his horse and fires back, taking out the light as commanded. We focus on the Paradise City saloon back room.
What's going on?
I instruct you to surrender at once. You are under attack by superior Federation forces.
Do you realize what you've done? It wasn't bloodshed I wanted.
Wait! Come back!
We focus on the Paradise City streets. Outside in the streets, a battle ensues. Spock fells a horse with a nerve pinch. Kirk calls Uhura, who is now clothed and back in the shuttlecraft.
Uhura, come on down.
Roger, coming in.
We focus on the Paradise City saloon. Kirk enters the darkened saloon and the 3-breasted Catwoman leaps on him. dumps her in an aquarium. The TV advertisements are still being played in the background. Recreational opportunities are limitless. The vicinity is famous for its plentiful local wildlife, and the fishing, terrific. Easy financing through Federation Federal can put you in your own home. We focus on Paradise City's saloon back room. Kirk and Spock come rushing in and spot the hostages.
Thank God.
Catelyn pulls a phaser on them.
Please cooperate.
Would you mind handing over your weapons?
We focus on Paradise City streets. Sybok addresses his followers.
Well done, my friends.
Kirk and the rest of the away team are led through the cheering crowd. Spock walks up and Sybok... Spock walks up to Sybok and examines him closely.
I'll say 2.
Spock!
Sybok is happy to see him and attempts to embrace him. Spock backs up a couple of steps.
Spock, it's me. It's Sybok. After all these years, you finally caught up with me. Don't you have anything to say to me?
You are under arrest for 17 violations of the Neutral Zone Treaty.
Spock, you've developed a sense of humor after all.
It was not my intention to amuse you. These are serious charges. However, if you surrender now...
I'm sorry, Spock. I can't surrender now. I'm not through violating Neutral Zone Treaty. In fact, I'm just getting started. And for my next violation, I intend to steal something. Something very big. I must have your starship.
Captain.
You're muted, Murphy.
You staged all this to get your hands on my ship?
Who are you?
James T. Kirk, captain of the Enterprise.
I thought Captain Chekov. I see. Very clever, Captain. Spock, it would appear you've been given a second chance to join me. What do you say?
I am a Starfleet officer.
Of course. Then I'll take the ship without your help.
Yeah!
Yeah!
We focus on the Enterprise bridge.
Shuttle en route.
Position? Bird of prey?
Closing.
We focus on the Bird of Prey bridge.
Estimating attack range in 8,000 kilocams.
Stealth approach. Slow to 1/4 impulse power. Prepare to cloak. Engage cloaking device.
We focus on the Enterprise bridge.
Mr. Chekov, I lost the bird of prey. She must be cloaked.
Raise shields.
The shuttle.
Do it. Go to red alert.
We focus on the Galileo as it makes its approach to the Enterprise.
Once we've taken control of your vessel, we'll bring up the rest of our followers.
The Klingons are out there. We'll be lucky to get back to the ship ourselves.
Galileo, this is Enterprise. Red alert. Bird of prey approaching. Cloaked. Lazy shields. Recommend Galileo find safe harbor until situation secure. Acknowledge.
No reply. Remain on course.
Sybok, listen to me. In order for this craft to enter the landing bay, Enterprise must lower the shields and activate the tractor beam to bring us inside, and then re-raise the shields will take
Exactly 15.5 seconds.
An eternity during which we'll be vulnerable to a Klingon attack. Korrd, you tell him.
He speaks the truth. If my people are cloaked, they intend to strike.
We cannot turn back.
You must allow us to act.
Let me do something.
Very well. Do what you must, but no more.
Enterprise. This is Kirk.
Kirk! He's on the shuttlecraft. Alter attack course.
Understand your situation. Are unable to return to planet. Stand by to execute. Emergency landing, Plan B.
We focus on the Enterprise bridge.
What's emergency landing plan B? What's emergency landing plan B?
Maybe Scotty knows.
What's emergency landing plan B?
I don't think he does know.
I don't think he has a clue, to be honest.
I don't think he has a clue.
Still with us, Jaemeel?
I do not have a clue.
B as in barricade?
He can't be serious.
We focus on the Galileo.
What are you doing?
In order to lower and raise the shields as quickly as possible, we're going to forego the tractor beam and fly her in manually.
Oh, pickle juice! Manually?
How often have you done this?
Actually, it's my first attempt.
He's good. Really. Scotty, on my mark, open bay doors.
We focus on the Bird of Prey bridge. They have locked weapons onto the Galileo.
Stand by to decloak for firing.
We focus on the Galileo.
Kirk to Scotty. Lower shields.
We focus on the Enterprise bridge.
Lowering shields.
We focus on the Galileo. The Bird of Prey decloaks alongside it.
Bird of Prey bearing 105 Mark II.
Go, Sulu.
The Galileo skids into the shuttle bay and is stopped by an arrestor net. We focus on the Enterprise bridge.
They're in!
We focus on the Bird of Prey bridge.
They're on Enterprise.
Enterprise targeted.
We focus on the Enterprise.
Flip speed! Now!
We focus on the Bird of Prey bridge.
Firing!
The Enterprise goes to warp and the shot misses.
Tracker course! He's good.
We focus on the Galileo. Everyone has been tossed around and is passed out. As they come to, Kirk attempts to grab a weapon, but Sybok beats him to it.
I must change course. At once.
I'll take you to the bridge.
We focus on the Enterprise shuttle bay. Kirk and Sybok fight. The weapon spins clear to Spock's feet.
Spock! Pick it up!
Spock picks it up and points it at Cybok.
Cybok, you must surrender.
No. You must kill me.
Shoot him!
Spock hesitates and Cybok takes the gun from him.
For a moment, I thought you might actually do it.
McCoy is brought out of the shuttlecraft under restraint.
Oh!
Put him in the brig with Captain Kirk. Spock, will you accompany me to the bridge?
No, I will not.
You know I'm right. Then you must join them.
Spock walks over to Kirk and McCoy of his own free will. Uhura and Sulu are escorted out of the shuttlecraft by Korrd.
These two will be useful.
Give us a moment alone.
Don't be afraid.
We focus on the Enterprise brig.
Damn it, Spock. God damn it.
Captain, what I have done.
What you have done is betray every man on this ship.
Worse, I have betrayed you. I do not expect you to forgive me.
Forgive you? I had to knock you on your goddamn ass.
If you think that will help.
Oh, Peaches! You want me to hold him, Jim?
You stay out of this. Why, Spock? Why? All you had to do was pull the trigger.
If I had pulled the trigger, Cybok would be dead.
I ordered you to defend your ship.
You ordered me to kill my brother.
The man may be a fellow Vulcan, but that doesn't...
No, you don't understand. Cybok also is a son of Sarek.
He's your brother. You made that up.
I did not.
You did too. Cybok couldn't possibly be your brother because I happen to know for a fact that you don't have a brother.
Technically, you are correct. I do not have a brother.
There. You see? See?
I have a half-brother.
I have to sit down.
Now let me just get this straight. You and Cybok have the same father, but different mothers?
Exactly. That is correct. Cybok's mother was a Vulcan princess. Upon her death, Cybok and I were raised as brothers.
Why didn't you tell us this before?
I was not disposed to discuss matters of personal nature. For that, I'm sorry.
He's sorry. That makes everything all right. He's sorry.
Oh, stop it, Jim. Spock could no more kill his own brother than he could kill you. If you want to punish him for what he's done, why don't you throw him in the brig? Besides, we got bigger problems to deal with. Like how the hell do we get out of here? I'll say one thing, Spock. You never cease to amaze me.
Nor I myself.
We focus on the Enterprise bridge. Uhura and Sulu enter.
I was beginning to worry.
It's all right, Pavel. Cybok will explain everything.
Sulu, what are you doing?
Plotting our new course.
New course? You have no authority. What's going on here?
Cybok and his crew enter the bridge.
Pavel, I'm doing what I think is right. You've got to listen to this, man.
I won't force you. The decision must be yours.
I don't understand.
Each of us hides a secret pain. Share yours with me and gain strength from the sharing. Give me the pain.
We focus on the Enterprise brig. Kirk is on Spock's shoulders, fiddling about in the ceiling.
Aha. Ha!
Useless. Unwise.
Kirk falls off of Spock's shoulders, having received an electric shock.
You could have warned me.
He did, Jim.
There's got to be a way out of this mess.
This is a new brig, Captain. It is escape-proof.
How do you know?
The designers tested it using the most intelligent, resourceful person they could find. He failed to escape.
This person? He didn't by any chance have pointed ears and an unearning capacity for getting his shipmates into trouble? Did he?
He did have pointed ears.
We focus on the Enterprise bridge.
Following new course, Warp 7.
Estimating destination in 6.7 hours, present speed.
Now that we're underway, it's time I announce my intentions to the rest of the ship.
We focus on the Enterprise corridor. Cybok's announcement broadcasts through the Enterprise.
Brave crew of the Enterprise, consider the question of existence. These are the questions which man has asked ever since he first gazed at the stars and dreamed. My Vulcan ancestors were ruled by their emotions. They felt with their hearts. They made love with their hearts. They believed with their hearts. And above all else, they believed in a place in which these questions of existence would be answered. Modern dogma tells us this place is a myth, a fantasy concocted by pagans. It is no fantasy. I tell you, it exists! My brothers, we have been chosen to undertake the greatest adventure of all time, the discovery of Shakari.
We focus on the Enterprise brig.
Is it possible?
Is what possible?
That he's found Shakari, the reason Cybok left Vulcan.
Our destination is the planet Shakari, which lies beyond the Great Barrier, at the center of the galaxy.
The center of the galaxy.
Yes, where Shakari is fabled to exist.
But the center of the galaxy can't be reached. No ship has ever gone into the Great Barrier. No probe has ever returned.
Cybox possesses the keenest intellect I have ever known.
Spock, my only concern is getting the ship back. When that's done and Cybok is in here, you can debate Shikari until you're green in the face. Until then, you're either with me or you're not.
I am here, Captain.
It's a little vague, Spock. What's that noise?
I believe it's a primitive form of communication known as Morse code.
You're right. I'm a little out of practice, but that's an S. T. Give me an A. N. D. End of word.
Stand!
New word. New word. Do you guys hear new word? Yeah. But B. That's an A. C. K.
K? Well, did you say K, Jim? Because that would spell back. Stand back.
Stand back.
The brig wall blows open.
What are y'all standing around for? Don't you know a jailbreak when you see one?
We focus on the Enterprise corridor. Sybok is walking with Sulu and a handful of his followers.
The bond between these three is strong, difficult to penetrate. This will be quite a challenge.
They spot the hole in the brig wall.
We've got to find them.
We focus on the Enterprise, lower decks.
We cannot trust anyone now.
We can send a distress signal.
Oh, Pickles, we'll never make it to the bridge.
There is an emergency sending apparatus in the forward observation room.
The only trouble is it's up there and we're down here.
You might be able to reach it by means of turboshaft number 3, which is close for repairs. It is long and a dangerous climb.
Some of us get off on a long and dangerous climbs.
Mr. Scott, get the transporter working. If we make contact with a rescue ship, we'll need it.
Aye, sir.
Which way to the turbo shaft?
Straight down that tunnel to the hydro vent. Turn right. Then left to the blow screen. You can't miss it.
Mr. Scott, you're amazing.
Nothing amazing about it. I know this ship like I know the back of my hand.
As Scotty turns and walks off in self-congratulation, he knocks himself out on a low-hanging beam. We focus on an Enterprise corridor. Sybok's followers secure all levels. We focus on an Enterprise turboshaft. Kirk, Spock, and McCoy are at the bottom. They look up to the top.
Look at it this way. We'll get a good workout.
Yeah, or a heart attack.
McCoy and Kirk start climbing. Spock leaves the turboshaft without a word. We focus on the Enterprise lower decks. Sulu and his team come across an unconscious Scotty.
Get Mr. Scott to the sick bay.
We focus on the Enterprise turboshaft, deck 13. Kirk and McCoy are still climbing. McCoy is struggling.
Ooh, Jim, this is going to take me forever.
Kirk looks down at McCoy.
Where's Spock?
Spock appears. On his levitation boots.
I believe I found a faster way.
Spock holds his arms out and Kirk climbs onto his feet. Spock floats down to McCoy.
Bones!
Oh, you two go ahead. I'll wait for the next car.
We're not splitting up.
When McCoy climbs aboard, they begin to go down.
It would appear that we are too heavy.
Must be all those marshmallows.
Sulu and some of Sybok's followers appear below.
Spock? The booster rockets?
If I activate them now, Captain, we'll be propelled at an unpredictable rate.
Fire the rockets!
Captain, please come back down.
Hit the brakes!
They stop just before smashing their heads at the top of the turboshaft.
I am afraid I overshot the mark by one level.
Nobody's perfect.
We focus on the Enterprise forward observation room. McCoy hits a button and a table appears out of the floor.
Spock.
Emergency channel open, Captain.
To anyone within the sound of my voice, this is Captain James T. Kirk of the Federation's Starship Enterprise. If you read me, acknowledge. Acknowledge.
Enterprise, this is Starfleet Command. We read you over.
A hostile force has taken control of our vessel and put us on a direct course to the Great Barrier. Our coordinates are 000 Mark II. Request emergency assistance. Acknowledge.
We focus on the Bird of Prey bridge. The Klingon female is seen pretending to be Starfleet Command.
Understood, Enterprise. We are dispatching a rescue ship immediately.
Roger, Starfleet.
Plot course 000 Mark II.
But Captain, that course will take us into the barrier as well?
Where Kirk goes, we follow.
We focus on the Enterprise forward observation room. Kirk, Spock, and McCoy are leaving. The door opens. And they come face to face with Sybok.
Oh, whoops. I trust your message was received.
You can't expect us to stand by while you take this ship into the Great Barrier.
What you fear is the unknown. The people of your planet once believed their world was flat. Columbus proved it was round. They said the sound barrier could never be broken. It was broken. They said warp speed could not be achieved. The Great Barrier is the ultimate expression of this universal fear. It is an extension of personal fear. Captain Kirk, I so much want your understanding. I want your respect. Are you afraid to hear me out?
I'm afraid of nothing.
Sybok turns to the men that came in with him.
Wait outside. I'm sure you have many questions. Here, amidst the stars of our own galaxy, we shall seek the answers together.
We focus on the Enterprise sickbay. Scotty comes too.
Easy, Scotty. You're back with us.
Uhura, I had the strangest dream. I dreamt that a madman had taken over the Enterprise.
Oh, Scotty, dear, he's not a madman.
He's not?
No, Sybok has put us in touch with feelings that we've always been afraid to express.
Uhura begins to caress Mr. Scott.
I've got to get back to the transporter.
No, Scotty. There's so much I want to tell you.
Maybe if you can wait until a wee bit stronger. I don't think I could take it in my present condition. Or yours.
We focus on the Enterprise forward observation room.
Shakari, the source. Heaven, Eden. Call it what you will. The Klingons call it Quitu. To the Romulans, it's Vortavor. The Andorian word is unpronounceable. Still, every culture in existence shares this common dream of a place from which creation sprang. For us, that place will soon be a reality.
The only reality I see is that I'm a prisoner on my own ship. What is this? Power that you have to control the minds of my crew.
I don't control minds. I free them.
How?
By making you face your pain and draw strength from it. Once that's done, fear cannot stop you. Give me the pain!
McCoy stands up and Sybok comes close.
It sounds like brainwashing to me.
Your pain is the deepest of all.
Huh? What?
I can feel it. Can't you?
Leonard.
A vision appears behind McCoy.
This is some kind of a trick.
Leonard.
An ailing old man on a bed has appeared.
Father? Oh my God! Don't do this to me!
McCoy goes over to the old man.
I'm here, Pa! I'm with you, Dad!
The pain. Stop the pain.
I've done everything I can do! You just gotta hang on.
I can't stand the pain. Help me.
All my knowledge, and I can't save him.
You've done all you can. The support system will keep him alive.
You call this alive?
Son, release me.
I can't do that, Pa. But how? How can I watch him suffer like this?
You're a doctor.
I'm his son.
McCoy takes a deep breath and turns off his father's life support.
Why did you do it?
To preserve his dignity.
It wasn't the worst of it, was it?
No.
Was it? Share it.
Not long after, they found a cure. A goddamn cure.
If you hadn't killed him, he might have lived.
No! I loved my father. I released him.
Then you did what you thought was right.
Yes! No! Yes?
Release the pain. Release it. This pain has poisoned your soul for a long time. Now you've taken the first step. The other steps we'll take together.
Sybok turns to Spock.
Each man's pain is unique.
I hide no pain.
I know you better than that.
Do you?
Spock! Don't!
It's all right, Captain. Proceed.
What is this? What is this?
I believe we are witnessing my birth.
Kirk and Spock walk over to the new vision. A young, very pregnant Amanda is in the throes of childbirth. A Vulcan priestess hands a newborn Spock to Sarek.
Sarek, your son.
Sarek takes his son, but is unimpressed. So human.
Spock.
Spock and McCoy look shell-shocked.
What have you done to my friends?
Nothing. This is who they are. Didn't you know that?
No, I didn't.
Now learn something about yourself.
No. I refuse.
Jim, try to be open about this.
About what? That I've made the wrong choices in my life? That I turned left when I should have turned right? I know what my weaknesses are. I don't need Sybok to take me on a tour of them.
If you just unbend and allow yourself
To be brainwashed by this con man?
I was wrong. This con man took away my pain.
Damn it, Bones. You're a doctor. You know that pain and guilt can't be taken away with the wave of a magic wand. They're the things we carry with us. Things that make us who we are. If we lose them, we lose ourselves. I want my pain taken away. I need my pain.
Sybok, this is the bridge. We're in approach of the Great Barrier.
Captain, can I call you Commander? I'm afraid you'll have to remain here, Spock. Dr. McCoy, come with me.
Spock doesn't move.
Spock?
I cannot go with you.
Why not?
I belong here.
I don't understand.
Sybok, you are my brother, but you do not know me. I am not the outcast boy you left behind all those many years ago. Since that, I have found myself and my place. I know who I am, and I cannot go with you.
I guess you better count me out too.
I'll see you on the other side.
Wait! You know we'll never make it through the Great Barrier.
What if we do? Will that convince you that my vision was true?
What vision?
Given to me by God. He waits for us on the other side.
You are mad.
Am I? We'll see.
We focus on the Enterprise bridge. The ship approaches the Great Barrier.
They say no ship can survive this.
I say they're wrong. I say the danger is an illusion.
We have no instrument readings. Is it there or isn't it?
Mr. Sulu, full ahead.
Aye. Full ahead.
We focus. We focus on the Enterprise forward observation room. The ship enters the barrier. The ship is shaking. Kirk, Spock, and McCoy watch from the window as they make it through.
Is it possible?
Fascinating.
Are we dreaming?
If we are, then life is a dream.
The camera pans down to a plaque on the ship's wheel to boldly go where no man has gone before. We focus on the Enterprise bridge.
Instruments are back online. Incredible! There's a power source emanating from the planet like nothing I've ever seen.
Hikaru.
Quito.
Fortavor.
Eden.
Kirk casually strolls onto the bridge. Spock and McCoy follow.
About the ship.
The ship needs its captain, Commander.
No special conditions?
No conditions.
What makes you think I won't turn us around?
Because you too must know.
Well, if we're going to do it, we'll do it by the book. Mr. Chekov, take the con. Mr. Sulu, standard orbital approach. Uhura, alert the shuttlecraft to stand by. Sybok, Spock, Dr. McCoy, come with me. The rest of you remain on board until I determine what it is we're dealing with. Well, don't just stand there. God's a busy man.
We focus on the shuttlecraft Copernicus. Spock is flying. Sybok, Kirk, and McCoy stand amazed at what they're seeing out of the view screen.
I am no longer in control of the craft.
When the shuttlecraft lands, Kirk prepares to take a phaser. Sybok places his hand on Kirk's shoulder and shakes his head no.
All right, we'll play it your way.
We focus on the Shakari landing site. It is very pink and purple. The terrain looks a lot like a Gorn is going to pop out at any minute.
It's amazing.
The land.
The sky!
Just as I knew it would be.
We focus on the Enterprise bridge. Everyone is watching the away team on the view screen.
Scotty, you've got to see this.
I did not have the time. The captain told me we get this transporter working, and I'm not about to let him down.
Everyone on the bridge is transfixed by the sight on the view screen. They don't notice a warning about the Klingon ship on the tactical screen behind them. We focus on a Shakari crater. Sybok raises his hands and yells at the sky.
We have traveled far by starship.
Enterprise, this is Kirk. We have a...
Kirk doesn't know what to say. Spock approaches Sybok.
Sybok, perhaps...
The ground begins to shake. The skies darken and great rock columns shoot from the ground, forming a temple. The four move into the temple, and a blue luminescence shoots from the ground and into space. A disembodied voice greets them.
Brave souls, welcome.
Is this the voice of God?
One voice, many faces.
A floating head appears.
Does this better suit your expectations?
I'll say 2.
It is I. The journey you took to reach me could not have been an easy one.
It was not. The barrier stood between us, but we breached it.
Magnificent. You are the first to find me.
We sought only your infinite wisdom.
And how did you breach the barrier?
With a starship.
This starship. Could it carry my wisdom beyond the barrier?
It could, yes.
Then I shall make use of this starship.
It will be your chariot.
Kirk takes issue with this.
Excuse me.
It will carry my power to every corner of creation.
Excuse me. I'd like to ask a question. What does God need with a starship?
Bring the ship closer.
I said, what does God need with a starship?
Jim, what are you doing?
I'm asking a question, you buffoon.
Who is this creature?
Who am I? Don't you know? Aren't you God?
He has his doubts.
Ha ha ha! You doubt me?
I seek proof.
Jim, you don't ask the Almighty for his ID.
Then here is the proof you seek.
Blue rays shoot from God's eyes, knocking Kirk backwards.
Why is God angry?
Why? Why have you done this to my friend?
Oh, that's not the right button.
Oh, you son of a bitch! I can't. So angry. Why are you so angry?
He doubts me. He doubts me.
You have not answered his question. What does God need with a starship?
Blue light rays shoot from God's eyes again, knocking Spock backwards.
Do you doubt me?
I doubt any god who inflicts pain for his own pleasure.
Stop! The god of Shakari would not do this!
Shakari, a vision you created. An eternity I've been imprisoned in this place. The ship. I must have the ship. Now. Give me what I want.
Cybok, this is not the god of Shakari, or any other god.
I don't understand. Reveal yourself to me.
An image of Cybok strides out of one of God's eyes.
What's wrong? Don't you like this face? I have so many, but this one suits you best. No, it's not possible.
Bring me the ship, or I will destroy you.
Ship.
Fucking Windows.
Bring it closer so I might join with it. Do it or watch these puny beings die horribly.
What have I done?
Kirk to Enterprise. Listen carefully.
Spock.
Cybok.
This is my doing. This is my arrogance, my vanity.
Cybok, we must find a way.
No. Save yourselves. Forgive me, brother. Forgive me.
Cybok and Spock touch hands. Cybok turns back to God.
Couldn't help but notice your pain.
My pain?
It runs deep. Share it with me.
Cybok boldly enters the shaft and embraces his evil twin.
Enterprise, are you ready?
We focus on the Enterprise bridge.
In firing position, torpedo armed.
But, Captain, we're firing directly on your position.
We focus on the Shakari crater.
Set it down, Mr. Chekov. Now, run, go!
We focus on the Shakari crater bridge. The temple begins to fall.
Cybok.
Let's get out of here.
We focus on the Enterprise bridge.
Sulu, I've lost them.
The unheeded warning about the Klingon ship is still on the screen. We focus on the Copernicus.
Spock, get us out of here.
Thrusters are inoperative.
Mr. Scott,
Scotty here, Captain.
please tell the transporter's working.
We focus on the Enterprise transporter room.
She's got partial powers, sir. I might be able to take two of you.
We focus on the Copernicus.
Beam up Spock and Dr. McCoy now. Do it.
Now, just a damn minute!
We focus on the Enterprise transporter room.
Thank you, Mr. Scott. Bring up the captain.
Aye, sir.
Suddenly, the bird of prey fires, disabling the Enterprise transporters. Sparks fly out of the Copernicus transporters, and Kirk flees onto the planet's surface. We focus on the Enterprise bridge. They have taken damage, and most of the crew is on the floor. Spock and McCoy enter.
What about Jim? We just can't leave him down there.
Please get a grip on yourself, Doctor. Status report.
Klingon captain wishes to name his terms, Mr. Spock.
On screen.
This is Captain Claw of the Klingon Empire. Do not attempt to raise shields or arm weapons, or I will destroy you. You are alive for a single reason. The Renegade. James T. Kirk. Hand him over and I will spare your lives. My transporter stands ready to beam him aboard.
Captain Kirk is not among us.
You lie!
I am a Vulcan. I am incapable of lying. Captain Kirk is on the planet below.
Then give me the coordinates.
Spock walks over to Korrd.
General, I am in need of your assistance.
My assistance.
You are his superior officer.
I'm a foolish old man.
Damn you. Sir, you will try.
We focus on the bird of prey in space.
Klingon Commander, someone wishes to speak with you.
We focus on Shakari. On the planet, Kirk climbs to the highest peak while the malevolent being threatens him with more eye lasers. As Kirk reaches the summit, the bird of prey rises behind him. The ship fires at the disembodied head. The phaser takes aim on Kirk.
So it's me you want, you Klingon bastards. What are you waiting for?
Kirk disappears in a Klingon transporter beam. We focus on the bird of prey transporter room. 2 Klingons take Kirk to the bridge.
Release him. Kirk. My junior officer has something he wants to say to you.
I apologize. The attack upon your vessel was not authorized by my government.
And now, may I present our new gunner.
The chair spins around.
Spock!
Welcome aboard, Captain.
I thought I was going to die.
Not possible. You were never alone.
Kirk embraces Spock.
Please, Captain. Not in front of the Klingons.
We focus on the Enterprise forward observation room. Korrd downs a blue liquid in a champagne flute. He's not impressed.
Aye. Would you care for a wee nip of Scotch whiskey? I never thought I'd be drinking with a Klingon.
St. John Talbot and Catelyn Dar are talking together.
Finish up that whiskey. Go ahead.
Mott?
And what are you two conspiring about?
We are just thinking how far we've come in such a short space of time.
We certainly have.
Vixis, the Klingon female, enters, followed by Sulu and Chekov.
She has wonderful muscles.
Kirk walks over to Spock and McCoy, who are off in their own little worlds.
Cosmic thoughts, gentlemen?
We were prospecting, I mean speculating. Is God really out there?
Maybe he's not out there, Bones. Maybe he's right here, in the human heart. Spock?
I was thinking of Sybok. I have lost a brother.
Yes, I lost a brother once, but I was lucky. I got him back.
I thought you said men like us don't have families.
I was wrong.
We focus on the Yosemite campsite. The men are back on shore leave. Spock is plucking away on his lute.
Are you gonna pluck that thing, or are you gonna play something?
He begins to play a familiar tune.
Row, row. Oh, hold on.
I believe Adam starts it.
Row, row, row your
Oh, no,
boat.
sorry. I started. My bad. Rewind. Row, row, row. Okay. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream.
Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but
down
a
the
dream.
stream.
Down the stream.
Merrily, 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 life is but a dream.
Oh yes, and that concludes our reading of Star Trek: The Final Frontier, a script from 1989. I'm Dave Mader. I was playing McCoy, and I really hurt my voice. I think James here was Caitlin Dar, as well as a couple other roles, including you gave birth to Spock. You were Spock's mom. Let's bring in the rest of our cast here. Chris Murphy in the role of James T. Kirk. Way to go, Murphy. Excellent.
Almost stuck the landing. I almost stuck the landing.
It's all in the edited version. We had where's our? I was like, we're missing somebody here.
I'm here. Just give me a second.
Okay. Well, Adam's doing that. Let's bring in our Scotty. We had Jaemeel Robinson in the role of Scotty.
Yeah.
Good job to you guys.
I tried
we
to
had
plug this.
we had Adam Woodward in the role of Spock.
Hello.
Do you have
row in your boat?
I haven't sung that in a long time.
Yeah, I was like, what are the words to the song? Actually, I thought I knew them. And then I was like, I had to find myself. We had Davin Skellhorn in the role of Cybok, coming to us from the East Coast, where it's just before midnight, so I'm sure you're looking to get out of here. So, hey, if you need to go to bed.
Everyone, breathe in. Now exhale and release all your pain.
I get all my pain. I need my pain. Yeah.
I'm on a binge now. I'm on a bender, pain bender. Want it?
I feel like Amanda released all her pain. That's for sure. That caught me by surprise. I love that. It was so good.
You were doing your Lamaze.
It was delicious.
Exactly what it sounded like when I gave birth.
We had Mott Tyrell in the role of Sulu and General Korrd.
Hello.
Hello, and the puppy there.
Hi.
How you doing? Jessica Chan in the role of the Klingon First Officer and Uhura, and a couple other voices as well.
We got some Janine from Ghostbusters.
Klingon voice was awesome, Jessica.
So good. So good.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
It's a family show.
Yeah, and then we also had Kevin Millard in the role, a couple roles. You were in Ja'an, the guy with the holes in the desert, and then you were also Claw as well, Captain Claw. In this version, all in English mostly, compared to the original version, all mostly in Klingon. And Ashley Millard is our narrator. Excellent job, of course, and glad to have. Of course, we had a few people in the audio version or who were pre-recorded, including Michael Chan, Jeff Mader, and Jody Simpson.
God himself.
Yeah.
God himself.
God himself. You know, do you doubt me? He wants to know.
Do you doubt me?
Yes.
Oh, you got to keep that, Dave. You gotta
Jody
keep
or
that.
God, both.
Yeah.
Smite me, O mighty smiter.
Yeah, I gotta keep that one. So I was not necessarily. I don't know what you guys thought necessarily my McCoy was.
Perfect.
Yosemite Sam.
Huh?
A prospector.
Prospector.
Yosemite Sam.
It was kind of a Yosemite Sam / old prospector guy.
It was excellent.
I was trying to find a point where I could make a joke, where I could call you like Yosemite Bones, and I just couldn't figure out a point to put it into the narration.
No problem. Well, but I was like, I don't think I was prepared for that voice for 2 hours because I was like, oh my god, I'm glad I don't have too many lines here. You know, every time it was just Kirk and Spock speaking and McCoy was silent, I was like, oh good, I can just like, relax here.
Did you know that feeling?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But
I had the opportunity to say we're at Paradise City where the grass is green and the girls are pretty. I didn't think about it until 2 lines after.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it when I was on the comms as Uhura, but then I was like, I don't know, it does not really work for the location. But
yeah. Oh yeah, there were some really funny moments there, and I was able to get some comedy. I think out of Jeff's pre-records with like, is she naked?
She naked?
3 times.
Is she naked?
She naked? Yeah.
I'm so glad I didn't sing that part because I would have lost
We got some comments here. People who were watching live. Trek Trav, what the hell is going on?
What the hell is
Trek
going on here?
We want to know, Trek
That's my
Trav.
favorite comment of all time.
Oh yeah, that's the best comment we've ever gotten.
Yeah.
The next comment is what's wrong with you?
Dave, that's the new tagline for Star Trek Radio Theater.
What the hell is going on?
I think I got some Archer quotes like that. Why is McCoy now a crazy old senior off his meds? Well,
he's kind of always been that, though.
Bones is crazy. Yeah. Dave Maynard putting 200% into this. You're not wrong. How is Jessica staying so serious after these McCoy lines?
Practice.
After Dave's Scotty, I think I'm.
Oh, poor.
Yeah. Speaking of which, poor is what he controls. And then Jaemeel, not sure it's Scottish, but it is an accent.
It's an accent of some course.
Well, Jaemeel, I was getting belter from you. I was getting the Expanse belter is what I.
That was definitely what I was going for if I've ever seen The Expanse.
That is my favorite comment of all time. That is high praise.
I don't trust this Bob Bennett. Sounds like he's a bad guy. That was Michael Chan earlier.
Yeah. He did good as Bob Bennett.
I apologize for canceling short.
Snake.
We have a dangerous situation out on
It was so
snake.
Oh god, that's good.
And then we got Nyota has a Barbara Streisand sound. Yeah.
Enterprise, what do you want?
Yeah. Is she naked? Is the other comment.
Is she naked?
I had to reply to.
Is she naked? Is she
naked?
Where is I got that here.
What's that? Is she naked?
Oh my god! I'm glad I was
Funny
muted
because
because
all the
I
other-
laughed so hard.
Jet.
All the other comments were on YouTube.
Was
So
your
on Facebook, it just says, "Is she naked?"
Yeah, I replied back in the chat, so that's why.
Mott, can you just say one line for me? Sulu out.
Zulu out.
No, with an S.
Chuck of the Zulu.
Zulu. Shaka Zulu.
Chekov all of a sudden?
For the edited version, I just need a Sulu out.
Is that any better?
What? Did you not say it?
What's happening here? What the hell is
Mott,
happening here?
Mott, just
What
say
the hell is
Sulu
going
out.
on here?
Sulu out.
Okay, good.
There you go.
I noticed earlier today that was missing from like earlier in the movie where when Sulu says goodbye to Uhura, he does say Sulu out. It wasn't in the transcript for some reason, and I noticed it after.
Yeah, it wasn't in the transcript. I was gonna say it because like that's what the movie said. Like after after he left, it was like
He just hangs up.
Yeah, it just ends like in the transcript. It just ended, and then I was like,
It's like,
send out a
Uhura,
second version.
E51, Zulu out.
Zulu. It's so great.
So, guys, what did spell check?
What do you call it? Zedulu?
Yeah, Zulu. That's right.
Hey, did spell check catch Malo and make it a melon?
No, okay. I was listening back.
That's what the movie says.
He calls it a marshmallow.
He calls it a marshmallow.
Oh,
I thought I was about to fix it here in the script, and then I'm listening to the audio, and I'm like, oh no, they're saying marshmallow.
Yeah.
Like,
How do none of you know this? Have you not watched this movie?
It's a big joke in the movie, and that's why it continues to go on through the movie.
I've never called marshmallows after.
Nobody has.
Nobody has. He's Vulcan,
Spock
and he doesn't
only.
know what a marshmallow is. He calls it a marshmallow, and then they make fun of him for it.
Oh, is that what we were doing?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, that's what we should have been
Did
doing.
no one watch the movie?
No, I did, but I didn't catch that. I didn't think it was funny. I think this movie's the worst movie
I've
of
never
all.
realized it's a marshmallow. until
Yeah.
today.
I haven't seen this movie in years, and I honestly for this I only saw the first about 5 minutes of it, and that's it. So it was
Ashley's
a
a
memory.
convert now.
I've watched it 3 times in the last week, and I think this is in top 3 of Star Trek movies. It's fucking good.
Whoa.
It's hilarious. I watched it 3 times in 4 days and laughed at every joke every time.
The story is garbage, but it's so great and ridiculous.
I was retroactively laughing at the Lower Decks episode. I was like, I get Kitty Ha now.
Yeah, it's good to moments. It's like not necessarily the greatest script we've ever had, but and the other thing too, I was going through it. I was like, they waste a lot of time with like long action sequences compared to like other Star Trek movies.
Right.
They were trying to really like draw out the time.
Yes.
But it still took us almost 2 hours to do the script read, even with not all that action and everything else.
What's the runtime of the movie?
Only an hour and 47.
45?
It's like a commercial.
Yeah. Well, that was a lot of fun. I'm glad we finished out the new year with that, or not the new year, the old year. This year, the one we're in now, of course. Help me out here, Jane.
Check out our other podcast.
Yeah. Like what?
Oh, like
They're having a cinnamon banana moment.
and then we're done.
Cinnamon banana.
Yeah, Jane.
Cinnamon banana.
Jane was telling me earlier today how she always watches the plugs at the end of the show. So she always knows exactly what's going to happen. So she can kind of recite it from memory. Like
just run through it.
We have shows. They're on the internet. Find them.
We have.
You're an adult.
Ashley, cinnamon banana.
There's Star Trek is on Monday. There's Star Trek
Enterprise.
on Tuesday.
Yeah.
There's
Star Trek. There's Star Trek every day of the week.
I think it's Survivor right now on Wednesday.
No, it just ended.
Oh, it's done.
They're free.
Does this
They're
mean
free
we
from
have?
Survivor.
But do we have to do Gilligan's Island now?
No.
Oh.
Yes.
Kevin gets his wish. There's no Gilligan's Island Thursday.
They'll have to make the best of things. It's an uphill climb.
I love you had it ready.
Debate 9 is coming up this Sunday.
That's right.
Davin's leaving.
Sleeping.
sleep
Good night,
time.
Davin. Good night. Good night, Cybok. You died.
Sleep time.
You had some redemption.
Take your pain with you. Take your pain with you.
Take your pain.
Yeah.
And all of our
I don't know how
pain.
you're gonna sleep with all that pain.
See, I think I might head to the bathroom and release some of that pain.
All right. Good night, Davin.
Good night.
Talk to you in the morning.
Good night.
Speaking of which, Davin has to head to bed because tomorrow we are going to be doing trivial debates at 9 a.m. With Davin, Max, and Sterling.
I want to watch that, but it's 9 a.m. Fuck
I know.
you.
Well, you can listen to it after the fact.
Oh, shit.
We'll watch it later.
Well,
right.
Sterling's in Australia, so we have to do it at this time. That's the reason.
And Jane gets to produce.
Jane's the producer, and I'm the
Oh.
host. Christmas
9 a.m. 9 a.m.
So it's gonna be a lot of fun.
We just went over to 2 hours.
So that was tonight. Also tonight was the KBBL Simpsons podcast. Davin and Baker and Francis, they were on tonight. Check that out. We mentioned Super Mario Brothers just finished up the Survivor and we'll be into Big Brother in the new year. There's the Hold Up podcast every second Wednesday with Murphy and Davin. They were just talking about Christmas movies last night, and they got heated. Right,
We
Murph?
got so
I gotta
heated
watch
that
Which
took us
Christmas movie?
down.
The Apartment,
Well,
Gremlins, and then Tokyo Godfathers.
It's true.
I know
it's
one of
true.
those.
Yeah, Gremlins is terrible. I used to love it.
Oh,
It's not
Davin,
good.
it's perfect. Davin left.
It's good that Davin might come through the monitor.
Great movie.
Yeah, we might set him off again. Listen, I think Gremlins 2 was better than Gremlins, and it just set him
100%.
off.
You're absolutely
there was
right.
How could you say
and there
that,
was a-
Murphy? Gremlins 2 is a parody of Gremlins 1.
And that's why it's better.
I'm listening to
Say
it.
these things.
I'm actually listening to it.
We got really heated about a particular scene in the apartment, and then he was less than wowed by Tokyo Godfathers just because it was an anime, and he didn't understand why a movie would have a baby as such a plot centerpiece. I guess
Which
he's
makes
never
no
seen
sense.
Baby.
No sense whatsoever.
There's episodes of The Simpsons that have Maggie Simpson as the main character,
Even in anyway, it was a great episode. Please
Have you
check
never
it
watched
out.
Look Who's Talking? He's never. It's like, watch Look Who's Talking next.
Yeah. There's so many examples of babies around the centerpieces. But yeah, we're gonna have that. It's up right now if you want to watch it. It's up on our Twitch channel at Hold Up Pod. Should be up on YouTube and such once we fix some things. Once we appease the YouTube gods.
I listen to it all the time at work.
It's a good show. I look forward to doing another one. I think I'm coming back for the politics episode in the near.
Yeah, we're doing parties right before the new year. You know, that's our last one for the year, and then we're doing politics, which you're a part of afterwards. And I think we're getting into parties, politics, then wars and spies. So it's going to be 3 back-to-back guest stars with Dave Mater, Matthew Francis, and Jody Simpson.
Oh,
yes.
So
And somewhere
if
down the line,
anybody here,
2023, I will be on it. Somewhere
and anyone here is also welcome to join us. I'll share the list of potential subject matters which we're going to film, and people can be like, "I'd like to be a part of this one." And we'd be happy to bring you in. And
do you doubt me?
Hopefully 2 hours.
Yes,
Hopefully
I
we
do.
can keep it in 2 hours.
3 hours. This current one is.
I tried to upload it, and YouTube still says the scene where we used Gremlins is copyrighted, and we're having real troubles with Gremlins. We're having Gremlins with the Gremlins. So, you know.
Well, how apropos. Okay, and then X-Rated, the X-Men the Animated Review Show, Tuesdays with Devin and Andre. They just did a great interview of Allison Seeley-Smith, the voice of Storm from that show. You should check out that interview if you have not already. The Graphics History Podcast is an audio podcast with Andre where he interviews people. I just interviewed the cameraman from The Shining over on that one. That was exciting. The Hellbound Podcast. Alex Blackburn, Michael Chan, often on Wednesdays. They just interviewed a director, I believe you were saying last night, Jessica.
Yeah, Ian Rayburn.
Ian Rayburn, I believe from the UK.
He's from Canada.
He's Canadian? Okay, sorry. Okay.
I don't know.
I stand corrected.
I don't do the plugs.
Yeah.
Affiliate member.
And that's, I think that's all of them.
Let's talk about fighting games.
Let's talk about fighting games. Sam
With
Jerka.
Sam Jerka, Paranoia, and Super Smash Brothers Seth.
That's right.
They should be talking about Guilty Gear Strive and the Gaming Awards, possibly.
Oh, okay. Well, exciting stuff. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
thanks, everyone. I know it's late.
Everyone's
so-
favorite rabbi, Bill Clinton.
That is like the calmest dog ever.
I know.
I want to give a shout out to Bill Clinton.
Yes.
Okay, signing off, guys. Peace.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good
Bye.
night,
See
everybody.
ya.
We'll see you next time.
See you Sunday. Whatever.
Yeah.
Bye.
All right. Good luck and podcast,
Get the
everybody.
fuck out of here.
And I think I just want to go out on this one. We'll see you next time.
I think she's naked.
Is she?
Is she naked?
I don't know.
Is she naked?
Is she naked?
Yeah.